Hey guys, it's Hannah-Beth here and welcome to Go Time Tip Tuesday. So this is kind of a different Go Time Tip Tuesday, but I've had a lot of requests for it, so I think it is really important. The request was to make a video about mental readiness and strengthening the mental game period. And this is something that really hits home with me. I kind of explained a little bit of this in my Q&A video, but I'm definitely going to take this into detail today. As a little backstory, I started rodeo pretty old compared to most of the kids around me. I started high school rodeo my junior year of high school. So I didn't really have a whole lot of rodeo experience and a lot of experience about individual pressure. I played soccer for 12 years, so I definitely knew what pressure felt like, but it was kind of pressure that was divided within the team. Individual pressure, on the other hand, was not something that I was necessarily familiar with, and rodeo definitely puts a lot of individual pressure on a person. So that's where the mental game comes in. Personally, my junior year, the mental game cost me about 90% of the rodeos I went to. I choked a lot. For the most part, I did not look like I knew what I was doing. I would be flawless in the practice pen, and I would come to a rodeo and I would try to flank from the wrong side of the goat. Like, I just was not smart about what I was doing. And it was all because of up here. It was all because I was not thinking right. My mental game was just not, wow, that really makes my hair up. My mental game was just not there. It wasn't right. It wasn't where it needed to be. Like, I just needed a lot of help in that. I even went to a psychiatrist one time because it was that bad. So here's what I did for myself that helped me. And I'm not saying that this is necessarily going to help you, but like I said, I had like the worst of the worst. Like, it was so bad. Coming into my senior year, I knew I had one last shot to make it to nationals. And obviously I've only been doing it for a year since, so to think that I could make it to nationals was kind of a long shot, but I knew that I only had one shot and I was not going to let myself mess that up. So coming into my senior year, I decided, I'm not letting myself lose this year, and I'm not letting myself beat myself. Not letting myself beat myself. Yeah. And ruin my own chances of making it to nationals. I basically decided to do this. And this is gonna sound really harsh, but a lot of the times at rodeos, when I made bad runs, I blamed it on my mental game immediately. I always said like, it was my mental game. That's why I didn't do so good, because my mental game is just so off. Like, I just don't understand, which was true, but it was because I kept saying that, and it was because I kept blaming it on my mental game, and I just kept blaming that, and I didn't blame it on myself and my own performance or anything like that. Like, I just kept blaming it on that, and that was kind of like my grudge. Like, the mental game was something that I always blamed my bad performance on, and it was something that in a way I expected to happen. So basically what I started doing was stopped babying myself. I stopped saying that my mental game was off. I said, you know what, if you want to be a champion, you're going to be a champion. And if you don't want to be a champion, you're gonna make excuses as to why you're not a champion. And that's basically what helped me the most. Now, I'm gonna break it down a little bit with some of the steps that I took in order to pursue that. But like I said, that is what helped me out the most. Stop making excuses about why I'm not doing good and just go out there and do good. Rodeo is not that hard, and people in their minds overcomplicate every single sport. Go time, for example. People take it to a science. You can take it down to every single last inch that you move. No matter what, all you have to do is run your horse down there, tie the goat. 2 easy steps. All you have to do. And people just overcomplicate it, and in my head I overcomplicate it, so I stopped doing it. Stopped overcomplicating it. Said, you know what? This is easy. I have done all the hard work in the practice pen. I have worked my butt off. I have eaten right. I have changed my lifestyle, worked out all the time. All the hard work is done. Now all I have to do is apply it. It's easy. All you have to do is go out there and do your job, and you know how to do your job. So here are some of the steps that I took that helped me further this mindset. One of the things that was kind of off with my mental game was my nerves. That was my aspect of the mental game that was the worst part, and that's what messed up my mental game. So to calm the nerves, the 4 steps that I took was 1, to prepare. For me, with preparation came confidence. I over prepared at home. I made sure that I was eating super healthy, that I was working out constantly. I never missed a practice. And doing these things helped me when I pulled up to a rodeo to know that I worked harder than anybody else in the entire place. And I knew that in my mind. With that brought a sense of confidence that would further help me when I was in the arena, because I was confident in myself and I was confident in my abilities and I was confident that I prepared for this day as hard as I could. It wasn't something that I was like cocky about. Like I've never ever told anybody that, oh, I worked harder than you. Never said anything like that. But I knew in my mind that I did work harder than anybody else, and that definitely helped me a lot. Step number 2 that really helped me at rodeos to calm my nerves was music. Find the music that gets your blood pumping. Just make your own playlist and blast it. I am a very sociable person. I talk a lot, but when it came to warming up for my event, I was the most unsocial person there is. And a lot of people knew that. And they knew that when I had my earphones in, I was listening to my music super loud and I was just getting into the zone. Don't pay attention to anybody else. Don't talk to anybody else. So I would warm up my horses with really loud music and I would get into my zone. And even when my event was up, I did not watch it. And that's what step 3 is do not watch the people in front of you. This helped me so much. If they did good, I'd get intimidated. If they did bad, I'd be overconfident and I would choke. Basically what helped me was just not watching them at all and just knowing that in my mind, it's my game. It's me against myself, not me against anybody else. So step 2 and 3 kind of tied together, because I would listen to music in the warm-up pen and then I would literally not stop listening to music until I was walking through the gate to the arena. My mom or one of my friends or something like that would always stand by the gate so that I could pull my headphones out really quick and hand it to them and walk my horse through the gate. So then by the time that I was walking through the gate and I had the music out of my ears, it sounded so silent, which was actually really calming to me. And then number 4 big step is to pray. I never prayed to be fast. I never prayed to win. I would always pray for pretty much the potential in myself and for God to shine through me during my run. Prayer always kept me calm. That was just something that really, really helped me. And I would do it basically when I took my headphones out and I handed it to my friend, and then when I walked through the gate is when I pray. Those are the 4 things that really helped me. Preparing, which in turn builds confidence. Music, don't watch anybody that's in front of you. And 4, praying. Those 4 things helped me the most, and the reason I made it to nationals my senior year was because I got control of my mental game. So I really hope that helps you guys. If you have any other questions about any of that, please feel free to message me. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and then go follow Leave a Legacy Goat Tying. For all you goat tiers out there, if you are from Iowa, if you are from Glen Rose, Texas, or if you are from Maryland, I am doing clinics in those areas very soon. So go check out the website, leavealegacygoattying.com, for the dates and for registration of those. Go check those out and register for those soon. Also, don't forget, I'm also doing online lessons. So the online lessons are only $15 a lesson, and you can send me 3 videos of you goat tying, and I'm going to critique the heck out of your video. If you want to do an online lesson, there's also information about that on the website below, so go check those out. And I will see you guys next week on Goat Tying Tip Tuesday. Bye!